Dillian the Body Snatcher right here. It's a champ. Big up to Sporting Icon. Subscribe. Otherwise, I might pay you guys a visit.
Now, it's either yesterday or the day before, a whole bunch of people were mentioning how poor ticket sales for Dillian Whyte versus Oscar Rivas. Now, this was like the first I heard about it, because for me, a Dillian Whyte event, it sells. It always sells. But while I never expected it to sell out, I do expect it to do pretty good numbers. Now, I actually know what the numbers are, and I'm going to tell you guys what the numbers are as this video goes on. Now, some things you have to remember is that, as I said yesterday in the video for the Fowler vs Rose announcement, that it's becoming more and more and more next-gen shows. So people are getting a little fed up of it now. Long gone are the days, or it appears ever since Eddie Hearn signed up with DAZN, the days of big cards here in the UK. I mean, you can even look at Joshua against Povetkin, which was the last time he fought in the UK at Wembley Stadium. The undercard was pretty average. So, obviously, since Eddie Hearn has signed up with DAZN, his stable has been spread very, very thin. Of course, he has had to add a lot of fighters, and he has had to put a lot of input into the American market, of course, and now with Mexico and Canada and Germany and soon to be China, he's got a whole lot of things going on. So listen, we understand that, but the emphasis should always be on the UK-based shows, right? But as I said yesterday, I want to see the likes of Callum Johnson headline a show. Where's Kell Brook at? Why is Cal Yafai not defending his world title as a headliner in Birmingham? And so on. So when you look at Dillian Whyte, you have to remember Dillian Whyte is taking on a Colombian who doesn't speak a bean of English. People in the UK don't know who Oscar Rivas is. For anybody who watches boxing frequently, you will have heard of Oscar Rivas, and you will know at least the bare minimum about him. Know that he's a very, very tricky customer. And this fight with Dillian Whyte is a very, very hard fight for Dillian. Very hard. Now, hopefully, Dillian has no issues in this one and he blasts him out. That's what I hope. But as far as the ticket sales go, people saying that only 3,000 tickets were sold and all this kind of thing. Listen, the fight is in just over a week's time. And as of today, 13,000 tickets were sold. How do I know that? Because Eddie Hearn said so on Instagram. Because somebody was mocking the fact that Dillian Whyte versus Oscar Rivas was only sold 3,000. He said put a 1 in front of that and you'll be pretty spot on. So that's 13,000 out of a potential 20,000. Well, it's like 19 and a half or something like that. Now, that's not bad considering, as I said, nobody knows who Oscar Rivas is. The UK public don't know. When Dillian took on Chisora, people knew Chisora. When Dillian took on Parker, people knew Parker because of the AJ fight. And as I said before, with the amount of next-gen shows and the emphasis shifting from the UK, even though the money hasn't dropped here in the UK, but for some reason the quality has. Because we're used to shows like a Dillian Whyte versus a Parker, for example. Joshua, of course. You've got Tony Bellew against Makabu, of course, headlining at Goodison Park. That was on Sky Sports. Plus Bellew versus Hay twice, and Bellew versus Usyk, Kell Brook versus Triple G, Kell Brook versus Errol Spence Jr., and so on. Okay, these are the kind of things that we're used to, but now it seems that Dillian Whyte is holding up the British-based boxing events, because everything else is all padded out and stretched out through Next Gen. So even if this show didn't do that great, it wouldn't have surprised me based on that, because to sell out an event, you need a bit of traction, you need a bit of momentum, which is why I was saying about the Bellew versus Hay fights. Joshua fighting here, Kell Brook against Triple G and Errol Spence, and so on. It builds momentum. Okay, fans buy into what Matchroom are putting on, etc., and people look at the Next Gen as a nice little treat. Okay, it's good to see a few prospects once in a while, but now it's just mainly prospects and people are getting a little fed up of it. So momentum for British boxing as far as Sky Sports go is dipping. Frank Warren is coming up from behind and he's starting to pull down the pants of Eddie Hearn as far as British-based fight events go right now. And that's just the reality of it. Frank Warren is making real waves, whereas Eddie Hearn said that the quality of the UK shows won't take a hit. My heart and everything is still with the UK and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But now, of course, he's talking about world domination. And good luck. I think all British fight fans would say, good luck to you, you know, and we all support you. But don't forget us. That's pretty much all we've been saying. And the money, as I said, the money on Sky Sports hasn't dried up, but yet the quality seems to have. Which is why when 13,000 with only a week to go, it's pretty normal for a Dillian Whyte fight. And then as the fight gets closer, it gets close to a sellout, or it has done. Will this show sell out? I'm not too sure if it will. I'm really not too sure if it will. But I do feel that, again, with the lack of promotion for this fight event as well, it's been pretty diabolical. To be honest with you, I think that the occasional tweet from Eddie Hearn, Matchroom and Sky Sports isn't enough. We do get the odd 1 minute clip or a 30-second promo or something like that, but that's about it. Not necessarily on TV, or at least I haven't seen it on TV. Even on Sky Sports I haven't seen them. But to see these, you have to go on social media to see them. And I think this is kind of like half the problem, because with Matchroom, they've always been very, very good at promoting events. Ever since the fight signs up to fight night, it's always promotion, promotion, promotion. Talking about it, interviews, blah, blah, blah. But now with Dillian Whyte, obviously there's been like a lot of talk about the WBC, Deontay Wilder, why are they avoiding him, blah, blah, blah. Is he going to get a mandatory position if he defeats Rivas, etc., etc. And people have been caught up in that. But the ticket sales, as of right now, 13,000 for Dillian Whyte against a guy who not many people know is not bad at all. Even if he doesn't sell not even one more ticket, it's done very, very well. That's the reality of it. So all the rumours that it's not doing very well, it's a bit of a flop. Dillian Whyte versus Rivas has outdone Wilder versus Ortiz. Has outdone Wilder versus Brazil. Hasn't outdone Wilder versus Fury yet, but who knows? Who knows? Anyway, so that's what's going on. Dillian Whyte versus Oscar Rivas, as of today, has sold 13,000 tickets. That's not bad in my opinion. Anyway, you drop your thoughts below about it. Click the thumbs up and, of course, subscribe. Catch you all on the next one.